Hello, everyone. Welcome to May 1 Zeam call. And the focus is again DevNet for multi subnet runs uh, with an emphasis on stability as our aggregator and parallel threads. Uh, so, we will also talk a little bit about DevNet 5 with Anshul and other things that will come up. So, let's start with Partha.
Right. So last week I've been focusing more on mostly running multiple subnet DevNet. Came across several issues which I've reported and addressed a few of them on Zeam. Uh, One of the main thing that was discovered was Zeam running as an aggregator starts to fall behind because of us not, handling the mutex correctly. So we've raised that. I've been speaking to Gajinder. We have an open discussion on how to do it. So Gajinder, following up on that, if you can review the document that, or the approach document or architecture document that Zclaw came up with, and then we can proceed in minor PRs. What I've done is in parallel, I took whatever ideas you gave the other day after a discussion, and I have a separate branch where I'm implementing them. But I want to test that out separately while we continue to review what Zcloud builds, and then we'll figure out what is probably better. I just thought I'd take that approach because I wasn't confident with some of the responses that Zclaw started to give. So I wasn't sure if that would be accurate enough, but we'll see. I mean, it may probably just be a temporary thing. That's one thing on the mutex issue. The other, I found some discrepancies in Zeam's implementation of libp2p, multi-subnet thing. It was silently subscribing to all the subnets when it shouldn't be. And I also noticed that the discovery part, we were not paying attention to attestation subnets flag at all. While on lean spec, this has been uh, specified, but we on Zeam side we haven't done. So I think there's one PR that I have that addresses the multiple subscription issue, which Gajinder, if you can take a look and review, that would be great. I would need that before today's run because we are running into issues. The second is something I'm working on. I'll probably share as soon as I have a PR ready.
So you're talking about PR 812.
812 is the one that I want you to take a look. Yes, that solves the multiple subnet subscription issue. We shouldn't be doing that. That is a solution for that. The other is more on the discovery where a client should only subscribe or rather only peer with other clients who are part of its own subnet. I don't think that has been enforced in Zeam till now.
What is not enforcing him? Can you say that part again?
So in lean spec on the ENR side, we have something called the ATT nets, which specifies which subnet a
Yeah.
given peer is part of. It's part of the discovery announcement. But in Zeam, although we read that, we do not, only preferentially peer with a, a, a node which has the same attestation subnet as ours. I think that's how beacon nodes solve this problem of losing, right? We don't seem to be doing that.
So yeah, so we need to do that. But I think what is right now happening is that we are pairing with everyone. So that
Correct. So
is not
that
a
defeats
problem
the
as of now.
purpose.
And
Yeah.
no, pairing with everyone is okay, right? So as long as you are not basically importing everything, then
We are at the
especially in
moment.
terms
So
of systems.
we are importing from everyone at the moment. My PR 812 will solve that problem. But in the longer run, we also need that preferential peering thing available. So
So I'm so I thought we had already fixed the issue, this particular subscription issue, because uh, we were only pushing the subnet topics according to we were pushing all the subnet topics for each P2P instantiation, but then when we were actually running the node, we were only pushing subnet topics that we wanted. So are you sure that
but
we are still subscribing to all the subnet topics?
in ETH P2P, there's a ETH P2P Zig. There is a bug in the code where we subscribe blindly to all topics rather than only the topics that we should be. Although we passed that to the library, it was ignoring that and subscribing to everything. So that is the bug that has been fixed in my PR.
So what I understand from what was happening was that we create all these topic lists so that I don't know whether we subscribe to them or not. That is something that happens in the Rust code. We were
Yeah,
creating
the
this
last.
topic list to start to init the Rust bridge, but we were not subscribing to all those topics because there was in the node.zig itself, there
No,
was
you're
this
right.
particular section going on.
You're right in that the Zig part of the code was only subscribing to what it needs to, but on the Rust glue libp2p glue, we were ignoring that and subscribing by default to all the
But
topics. So that is the part.
in your PR, I don't see the Rust lib
No, so
P2P
if you
glue changes anyway. There are
so
no Rust lib P2P changes.
no, no, no. What I'm trying to say is, if you look at it, I pass the topics that we need to subscribe to, right? That was not being done earlier. So if you look at key iterator, I mean line, I think 1198 on the new change on ETH libp2p.zig.
Yeah. So I have topic iterator. Okay. Then it appends to the topic list, which is fine. And then topic list. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know whether so what I think what we were earlier doing was basically we were starting the network first, right? And
Correct.
I'm not sure whether this topic list that was being prepared over here was basically subscribed to, or it was just used for the definition of lip2p network. I'm not sure what was happening at lip2p side, but you are saying that this topic list was all of the topic lists were anyway subscribed to,
Yes, that's right.
because then there was a separate code in node.zig which was actually doing the selection. So maybe we will I'll just look at it and then we'll coordinate it
Okay.
off the on this. And what other things that you brought up?
So the other is the mutex related thing. If you can look at, I mean, the PR
So I
803, which is it?
I looked at period 804, I think docs one, right?
Yeah.
803, yes. So I looked at it, but is there something specific that you want to talk about?
No,
Because
no. Are
I'm more
you happy with the approach that Zclass provided? Is there anything you need to change there? I did comment on a few things, but if you can chime in there too, that would be good.
so on a high level, basically I script through it and it was fine. Again, trusting that basically delegating it to you to look into it. So can you just tell me the TLDR of what you commented over there? Because that is
So
easier.
it had missed a certain conditions where we might have to handle mutex differently, which it has addressed right now, which I think broadly agrees with what you had originally asked for. But yeah, I can continue to review after it starts to generate the code. So I'll do that. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, so let's, I mean, it looked fine to me, and again, I will take another look at it, but let's start picking up few of the things, low hanging things like
Okay,
plot, state, or something like that, and start merging them one by one. And because then, once when we do things one by one, basically we can do a deeper dive into what's actually happening.
sounds good. Yeah,
Yep.
that's my
So
status.
do we have a follow-up PRs on for 803 that have actually done
No,
something?
I haven't. I'll get Zclaw to build that, and then I'll let you know.
Okay.
My priority today was to resolve the libp2p stuff
So
so that we can.
let's merge this 804 PR. It's PR 804, but I don't know why it has mentioned 803,
Are
which I
you
will
happy with
correct
that?
in.
I thought I wasn't sure. Okay,
I mean, I was mostly okay with it.
okay. That's fine. I'll update the it to the latest one, and I'll do. And if you can confirm your views on 817, probably we can merge that along with this and together. Not sorry, not 817, 813, 812.
81.
Two, the gossip sub mesh, the one that I described earlier.
Yeah, I'll need to check because I need to check what was already happening, because in my assumption that we were already, I mean, all the topics were being listed for the definition of for libp2p, but we were not subscribing everything because the actual subscription was happening in not zig. And so I'll check it and we'll basically talk offline about it. So
Sure.
in this list that Nupur has presented, are there any topics that you are mentioned in? So can you take a look and
Uh,
tell me the
no, I
status
think
or
all
close
of these have
the.
already been handled. Nothing else yet. So
But
I'm waiting for your approval of the DevNet for PR on Lean Quick Start. Everything else seems okay.
got it. Yes, I have to look into that. All right. Let's move to Katya.
Yeah, hello everyone. So I updated Grafana to 13, like our Lean Grafana. I haven't updated yet in the Lean Quick Start. So I just wonder, Partha, if you're going to merge this PR, because this PR, DevNet 4, looks like already very big. So
It is,
probably,
yeah.
I'd better update Grafana after it's been merged, because it's not like a critical change or something, just to make things easier. So I can just wait until it's been merged. Then the metric tick interval has been merged into Zeam. So currently I'm adding into the specs. Also, yesterday Partha asked for a new gossip metric. Yeah, which will I open the draft PR as well in the specs. After we discuss some details today, and I continue working with the bot, which seems very glitchy to me. So it sometimes makes very stupid steps. So I just struggle with it, teaching them, controlling them, how it works, how it notifies, and yeah, that's a bit of struggle with the metric. And I also, as I'm kind of new to alerting system in Grafana, so I also dive deeper into all this part, how to set them up, and then I go back to the bot and try to change it, and so back and forth. So this is what I'm working now on, while Partha is working on the DevNet for running side. So I work on the alerts currently. And I wonder this tick interval metric, was it helpful? Has it been resolved? All the issues we
So it was definitely helpful, but it's not at. I mean, only based on that we discovered the issue wherein when Zeam is running as an aggregator, we start to fall behind because especially with a couple of slot intervals just prior to the aggregation one. So it's a very useful metric, and I think it will be helpful if we were to upstream this to other clients in general to the lean spec itself.
Okay, it will be added. I will provide it. Okay, and the gossip metric, Parsa, we will discuss the detail after the call, right?
Sure,
So,
sounds good.
like labels and all these small parts. Yep, thank you. That's it from me.
Just listening to the conversation, one thing we should do as an optimization, I don't know, Partha, you or Anshul, who does that, is basically aggressively or optimistically aggregating the payloads if you know that you are already the proposer. So even before the slot interval starts.
Yeah, I understand it. I'll do it. I think I had a discussion about it with Fatha as well, but I didn't have time to do it. I'll pick it up soon,
So
like in a
basically,
day or
we
two.
have this particular threshold in which we say that, okay, for the same attestation data, if we have, for example, 10 payloads, then we'll just aggregate it when we see the 10th one come in. So I think that is sort of a good mechanism to not do aggregation all the time, but also to have that, okay, when our fan out is outside this particular window, then we just aggregate it.
Hmm. Right. Yeah, I'll pick it up. I'll discuss it with you if I have some confusion async, but I'll pick it up.
At least
And
let's
sorry.
issue out of it. Nupur, one thing we should also do is basically, the transcript that is generated over here, we should basically feed it to Z-clause automatically so that, let's say, when I say that, let's create an issue out of it, it can basically do that.
And the last
Okay.
note for me, I just yesterday noticed that in the testing group we had threads, so I redirected the Grafana alerts to this Grafana alert thread, so they should be there while testing.
So these Grafana alerts, they are coming in the OpenClaw test group or in some other group?
Yeah, OpenClaw testing group, Grafana alerts thread.
Right.
So at least currently the restart should be visible, and I'm working on the health of the DevNet.
Awesome. And I think what we can also do is basically have a continuous analysis of the logs by different clients at any particular to
That's what I'm doing now. So, but because there's some issue with alerts themselves, so I just trying to set them up properly, and it started spamming with all the investigations and logs because alerts were continued like firing, and I just need to brush up the alerts themselves. So that's what I'm doing now. So so it won't like kind of, because the DevNet is running now, so head is growing and the finalization stops, so it just continues, to spam with the alerts. And so yeah, that's what I'm brushing up now.
right. Yeah. So when these sort of events happen, basically, then it should automatically trigger an analysis from Z-clause to tell us what is
Yeah,
happening in the.
that's the expected behavior. Yeah, I'm working on this. Exactly.
All right. So in this list, do we have anything for Katya that is not discussed?
No.
Katya, do you think that
Uh,
there is anything?
this Grafana version update has been done now.
Yeah, but not on the link quick start, but on the lean observability. So updating Grafana version to 13 on link quick start should follow after the DevNet 4 merge. That's it. The last question I have, like I've noticed that on the X post, I guess our weekly updates are generated automatically, and I've noticed that, for example, for my side, it was posted that I'm working on DevNet 2 and 3, which is kind of delayed. So I don't know if someone looks into this or not. Just note it, nothing serious, but yeah.
You mean
I
on the
mean,
Twitter post?
yeah,
On X
yeah,
post? Okay,
yeah.
I will check.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, let's move to Anshul.
Yeah, so during the last week, like I spent majority of the time upgrading the dependencies and the Zeam version. I had achieved like quite success in that, but later on, like there were some mergers that were made and there were conflicts. So I had to resolve them. During the last 2 days, I wasn't able to spend much time, but I hope to do it like today itself. And I have like a local version of running, so I'll just review it because majority of it was done using AI. So I'll review it and raise a PR, like update my PR. Apart from that, like I finalized my other Merkle cache where we have to cache the nodes and mark the ones that have been modified as dirty. So yeah, I did raise that PR. I think early this week, around Monday or Tuesday, along with the test cases that I was talking about last week. So I had tagged you and GM Gajinder, but I haven't received a uh, review yet. So as soon as that is done, I'll merge it because it is like mostly easy to handle because it has been already upgraded to Zig 0.16, so it can be easily upgraded. There are no API changes as such. There's one thing that we need to like that I had mentioned in my PR description as well, but it is like in hash tree root function uh, we taken the type of hashing that we want to do. So hasher is an input, but since I'm doing like a Merkle caching here, so I have initialized Merkle caching by default with SHA-256. So either I can like have a array of Merkle caches where for each different type of hasher type I store all these nodes, or I can add in support for other hashers as well. Or we can while initting the list or bit list itself, we can store like the type of hashing that we want to support. But that didn't seem like a good idea to me, so I have right now like the default caching behavior will only work for SHA-256, which I think is good for now. We can modify it later on.
Yeah, I mean, if it is basically, if you take care of the fact that the caching only comes into play when it's short of 56 and doesn't come into play automatically, I
Yeah,
think that is fine.
yeah, so
So
that's one
this,
thing
this
that
is on this is on sszz.zig, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll reshare the PR if you lost it. Like I had shared it on the Zeam group, so maybe like we have had.
I've I found it over there, so it's all good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll look into this particular PR. Yeah.
Apart from that, like I still need to look into the mutex issues that we have faced during this week. There has been some. So my parallelization PR got merged. So I think it was mostly working fine, but it had some minor issues which parts are resolved. So we are good on that front. I am looking at a few things in the Zik thread pool that I have written, worker pool that I have written, and as soon as like I'm fully satisfied with it, I'll shift the ownership to Blockglass.
So this particular uh, PR that me and Partha discussed, and I think can you take a look at it? And Kai has also taken a look at it, and I think he has also commented it for Z clause to change few things. If you can take a look, and if you basically need to get some changes done over there, because it sort of highlights the high level strategy of again all the things
Yeah.
that we are trying to do with regard to mutex and parallel execution.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'll take a
So
look. I didn't get the time to look at it yesterday. I think it was posted yesterday or later day before that, so I didn't get time to look into it.
yeah, just take a look at it, and whatever changes you need to do, basically discuss with Partha, and if you guys agree, then do it, because you already know at high level what I want.
Yeah.
I can take a look at it as well, but it might be delayed. So decide on it. If it looks good, merge it, and if there are any changes, we can anyway resolve it later as well. So as long as we have a consensus on this particular strategy, let's just execute it and not wait too much on it.
Yeah, but
Sounds
there's just one thing that I would like to regress a little bit upon. So if I am able to finalize my like 0.16 PR, then I would say that we should first merge that, because it creates a lot of merge conflicts, and then I have to retest each and every different simulation test and beam commands.
This is this is just a doc, so
Oh, okay,
review it, merge it. So
okay,
there will be no code conflicts. This is
okay,
just a high
okay.
level doc of what our plan is. But yes, there will be follow PR. So if you want to merge your 0.16 PR, then we need to do that before we merge other
Yeah,
PRs.
I'll try to get it done today itself.
So I still need to look at and merge one of the Pathos PR, but
And
that
mine
is
is
something that your is on SSZ, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because game will also look at it. So I
Hmm.
will anyway
Okay.
give a review.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
On DevNet 5, do we have any update?
So, like on top of what we discussed on Wednesday, not much, but I think it has been established that we can deconstruct the proofs. Uh, Again, Emile had shared the APIs, but I couldn't look at it because I wasn't working yesterday. So I'll take a look and positively reply to it by tomorrow.
Got it. So on DevNet 5, I will also take a look at Goldfish and see basically, how to integrate it. But most likely it is, again, as I mentioned in the call, that to
Yeah.
calculate the target, right? So
Yeah, so I understand like the main goal behind it. I'll so do you have like a timeline in mind about it? So I saw your message about raising a spec PR for that. So maybe I'll do it by next Wednesday, this Wednesday. So I think
yeah,
that should doable.
that is fine. Yeah, Partha.
So I think ML merged DevNet 4 on lean multisig yesterday. So I think we'll have to update our hashtag glue to the latest commit on DevNet 4. I think there was some improvement on AVX. So yeah, if you can do that, or I can do that too, Anshul, if you are held up with other things, let me know.
So I'll do it. I think it's a minor change on Zeam side. I'll have to recompile the binaries for the Python specs and push them and update it on Lean specs. So I'll do that as well.
Okay, sounds good. While we are discussing that, I raised this with Nupur earlier, Gajendra. Earlier, if I were to ask Zclaw to review a PR, it used to approve it on GitHub as well. Now, I think the permission is gone. I was just wondering if we can probably add some limited permissions so that if there is a PR that doesn't require or it doesn't involve a consensus change or anything like that, but we need it for DevNet for restarts, I could probably ask Zclaw to build it and I could approve and merge it. So is that something we are agreeable to, and providing access to Zclaw for PR approvals?
I mean, I'm not sure whether what kind of fine grain control we have that we can give to Z clause, because If Z clause can approve it, it can approve any PR, right?
Right. But can we
Yeah.
agree within the team that we only merge a PR that Zclaw is approved if it doesn't affect so and so modules? Like if there is nothing related to consensus, it's just other bug fixes. Is that something we can merge so that we don't be? I mean, there's no hard dependency on you to approve.
So
You are busy as well.
I think in we can do it on basis of tag if we can have some tag on the PR that the PR author
Right.
has put, and then it could automatically show approval.
Okay.
Maybe something like that, Nupur, see if we can do that.
Okay. So like release PRs, I can ask that it can auto approve, and Partha, if you can just like we can decide on some PR table.
Yeah,
So
something like libp2p or chore or something of that sort. Anything that involves consensus or some major change, I think we should avoid it from
I mean,
having the approval
we
to.
can we should just do it on the basis of tag and leave it to the judgment of the PR creator to put the appropriate tag.
Okay,
Because I mean, because we can always have a reverse review of what the PR creator did, right? So
correct.
since
Okay,
the team is trusted, so in that sense, as long as you put the tag and we are trusting you to put the correct tag, so Zclaw should be able to
okay.
approve. If you can have that sort of a approval process, Nupur, then
Yeah, sounds good.
okay, I'll check. I'll ask Vikilog to make that change.
or I mean, we might not even need that. We can just say that, okay, since you asked for Zclaw's approval, then that is good enough, right?
So only
Since
uh, the team members can ask for Z clause approval, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so in that case, I think we can just rely upon the members
But
themselves.
who are the
Well,
team members who have access?
Tag per se, like I can put release tag on my consensus PR just to get the Z clause approval and get it merged. So
Yeah,
anywhere,
yeah, it is just to trigger it so that it reviews and approves it. But yes, we
Mhm.
are trusting the team as of now.
Yeah.
So if I don't think we need any label, as Anshul has mentioned. If you just simply request from Z clause and it approves it, and you think that it won't affect consensus, then it's good, because I think we have spent a decent amount of time on Zeam now together as a team, and sort of we understand what is to be touched and what is not to be touched without a review.
Yep. Sounds good.
okay, so Partha, what you can do is like just ask Zclaw to like review and approve if it is acceptable. So if
Yeah, I tried that yesterday. It says that its instruction in tools.md or agent.md does not allow it to approve a PR, only provide review comment.
okay, okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
So you can actually see in blockblaze/zclause repo whether there is such an instruction, because whatever it so we have instructed zclause to push whatever changes it has configured in this particular repo. So if it says it has something like that, then it should be over there as well. If you look into blockblaze/zclause repo, all
also
the
like
configuration for zclauses should be over there.
I, I
So
think like instead of relying upon Z clause for approval and stuff, maybe we can give the team members the merge permission so that they can do it if they deem it to be a minor change and not a very conflicting one directly without any approvals.
Yeah, so we can basically also configure that in zclause behavior, that it can also sort of take this call, but obviously it's an AI and its intelligence is yet to be proved in the real sense, right?
yeah,
So intelligence is of the level of a junior engineer. So we are saying that okay, junior engineer, make a call whether you think this is good or not. Sometimes it behaves like a decent engineer, but sometimes not. So I don't know. Okay, I mean, yeah, let's for now basically say that okay, let's try to program this into Z cloud behavior itself. That if it thinks that it's a minor change, then it can directly approve.
Okay, that I'll make the change.
Cool. Anything else we want to discuss? Anshul, from these points that I mentioned over there, is there anything that is pending?
Uh, so yeah, refactoring of libxcv is pending. So I had proposed that I'll remove the is schedule uh, parameter from the functions and refactor mock.zig in such a way that all of them can push to a particular queue and read from there itself. But that is pending. Uh, I'll try to do it this week itself. But yeah, I'll eventually handle it. It's not. I think it's not a blocking change. So I'll keep make sure that I'll eventually handle it.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
just wanted to get an update on the points we last discussed so that nothing slips through.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we have anything for Kai over there, even though he's not there? Was there anything pending on Kai
Mm.
in this particular list, Nupur? Is there anything that is pending on Kai?
I'm not sure. I do not have the updates from Kai.
But we have Kai
So
share registration log. Okay.
yeah, I think
This
attestation
is,
tolerance has been handled. It has been handled on the lean spec side as well. Uh, Logs,
but we
attestation.
also needed to handle it in terms of whatever is the newest behavior of adding the tolerance for an interval, right?
Yeah, that I don't think is done right now.
Because Kai did mention that something like that on the channel itself. But one other thing we would like is that Z clause should basically also, bring up the points that are being mentioned in the channel, that we are chatting in the channel that, okay, we'll talk about this or this needs to be done so that if it can also create those points list for us to discuss in this particular call. So if we can have sort of a total 360-degree integration. Now I'm doing a manager speak, but yes, what we did is a 360 integration into everything that is happening and give us a unified view.
Okay. Okay, I'll try to do that.
Right. Cool. All right. Anything else we have to discuss? Okay. My update is that I have been looking at PRs and looking at DevNet 6 proposal as well as DevNet 5 consensus proposal. Yep, that
I had
is my
two.
update.
Okay, I had two questions, Gajendra. One, we've seen a few external contributors submitting PRs over the past week. One of them, I believe, is a replacement to the CLI flags, which is a breaking change. I think he's handled both after I spoke to him on both Lean Quick Start as well as Zeam, but I don't want it to be merged right now because we are having other PRs that are ongoing. So, I mean, I just prefix the PR with do not merge. The other, I believe, is uh, I mean, a same PR with deals with the mutex. So I was wondering if we can have some first time issue related stuff that we could create for new contributors or anything of that sort. Otherwise, they may pick stuff that we are already working on, and it may discourage them in future. So Nupo did say there's nothing available right away, but just something for us to consider maybe in the near future. Uh, that's one thing. The other more was a question of, do we have plans to replace the libp2p glue with a pure Zig implementation that Kai was working on? And is that something we can give priority to? Because this foreign function interface with Rust and Zig is already started to becoming painful, and I'm sure we'll run into more issues when we release, new devnets going forward.
Yeah, I don't know about the priority, because priority also means that do we have money for it, right? And I'm not sure. And
Okay.
I'm not sure whether Kai and others have taken it to some logical conclusion, right? So maybe when Kai is here next time, we can ask this question, because we do want it to change to it, or should we just try to put some C library, right? I don't know.
No, but eventually we have plans to move to ETHLib P2P, right?
I
So
mean, ETH
if we,
P2P, yeah.
yeah, ETH P2P. So if we move it to lib P2P, then we'll again migrate to ETH P2P. Then it's like, anyways, if beacon chain is not gonna use it, then I don't think how will it be used in like the Zig ecosystem in general as well.
Right. So I have a working version of Zig implementation of ETH P2P, but what is the timeline for Beacon switching over to ETH P2P? Is that something that's agreed?
No, I don't think there is anything in agreement. It is totally in research phase as of now. So
Right.
Also, like we'll have to anyways maintain the FFIs at least for the forthcoming future in terms of like one is like hash sig that I think Patha you had worked upon, and another is like lean multisig. So for these
Right.
two things, we'll have to continue using them. So I think it's okay to just stay stick to that. Maybe we can think about it later on.
Okay. I mean, my only
yeah,
concern is that we are not
P2P
taking the.
is sorry.
No, I was just
Yeah,
saying
go
we are
ahead.
not taking full advantage of Zig when we are relying on external libraries. That was my only concern. Uh, so we don't get the exact performance benefit we would in a pure Zig program like um, say ETH Lambda or other Rust-based clients are able to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, my resolution will be just to throw more hardware over it, right? Have an additional core or whatever, additional
Okay.
memory, and deal with it, rather than us spending dev cycles on something that is sort of tangential as of now.
Hmm.
Uh, but yes, I mean, I do agree that uh, a native implementation will be good, but again, we don't have resources to spend on it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
if we even for native implementation, we'll have to debug it here and there, and eventually we'll swap it out. So like work something and then eventually throwing it away. So rather work on what's present on. Later do a better version when things get kind of more agreed upon across the ecosystem.
And my integration of P2P was, I mean, based on some hacky way of instantiating it, because uh, I mean, uh, because as I was having some issues running it on the main thread and not getting it locked. So maybe there are better ways of doing the bridge. So if someone wants to look into that, so that part is something that we could make better. Because I'll just confess that I didn't have too much understanding of Tokyo and all that, right? So whatever runtime it runs on, and whether Tokyo is the best runtime, or we should run it on standard lab runtime, or what kind of threads we use. So I had very less insight of it, but I just made it work somehow. resolving the issues, and we just went from over there and kept on adding layers onto it. So if there is a better way to do a bridge, yes, we should do that. All right. Anything else we have on the table to discuss?
So I just wanted to mention that I have upgraded OpenClaw, and after that it seems to have become more secure, and it broke what a lot of things were working earlier. And but Partha also mentioned that it is hallucinating all the more now. So we'll have to just keep an eye out that we do regress, like double checks and all.
Awesome. So yes, let's keep an eye on it and see whatever we need to reconfigure it. And now Kai has joined us. Kai, do you want to give us update?
Yes, I just want to mer- we review my new PR. So I think I need both to merge.
Which is the
So,
PR number?
one is 755, 754. So yeah, this changed to follow the new spike change.
Yeah, we were talking about this a bit earlier, and I was remembering that yes, you have done some work on it. So I'll just review it, and
Yes,
then we can just.
and yes, if uh, and another is the spike test, but must merge list before spike test out, or there is a lint issue. Yeah, so I have
What is that? What is that PR number?
715. That had several
Yep,
new kinds of spike test.
got
Yeah.
it. So I will take a look into both, but your 715 PR is,
Yeah.
yeah, CI is not passed because you are saying that it's breaking on length.
Yeah. I will fix the lint issue. Yeah.
All right, and there is, Partha, can you share your PR number to Kai, in which you have tried to change the topic subscription?
Yeah, 812. I shared that. I think he said that he wanted you or Anshul to have a look at it.
Yeah, so I'll have a look at it, but Kai, can you also review it?
Yes, but I remember you and Ansher. So current approach, as I remember you and Ansher so agree this before. So I'm not sure.
No, Kai, there were two things. One that Anshul and I were discussing was more on the mutex related thing. This particular PR is for multi subnet subscription. There was what we noticed was that libp2p.zig was subscribing to all subnets, even though the client is configured to run only on one subnet. So the PR 812 addresses that issue.
Yes, I know. But I remember Gajendra. Um, Gajendra seems and Ansha seems look look at this before, and they want this, but maybe
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
so we did look at it, and I was under the impression that when we are anything, then all the topic list that we are preparing is for the definition of lippy to be.
Yeah.
But we do an actual subscription in node.zig. So this is what my current understanding is, that is what we are doing. But uh,
Oh, yeah, I had also looked into it. So we were specifically adding on the subnet ID, where we were specifying that it should only subscribe to these particular subnets. So,
Yeah, but that is applicable only for aggregators, right? You configure subnets only if the role is an aggregator. For a regular attester, you don't have that configuration. So what happens is the client automatically subscribes to all the subnets.
no, no. So that is something that that I need to check what is happening in the current PR, in the current code, because my understanding is that all these topics that we are preparing for anything, they're not subscribing. They are just creating lippy to be definitions, and then we are subscribing actually later in node.zig when we are actually running the node. So I'll just take a look at it, and Anshul and Kai, you can also take a look at it. But yes, what we do want is that we don't want to subscribe to those subnets where we are not aggregator or not publishing any attestations, right? So we definitely don't want to subscribe to those subnets. So if that is happening, then we need to correct that.
Okay.
So let's all review what current code is and what Partha's PRs propose, and see, if the new PR makes sense or whatever else we need to do to fix it. Anything else, Kai, you are working on or plan to work on next week?
Uh, currently not, but for the mutex design, maybe I'm not sure though. So I have some consider consideration to make it simple. Because I saw we have too many mutex right now. Maybe
So
I want to.
too many mutexes are not a problem, but I mean the way our understanding of that should be simple. That okay, this is a resource which is bound by mutex, and this is the way it works. So I don't really want to say that okay, we need less mutex. We want maximum parallel execution, and we want
Yeah.
understanding of mutex in the sense that we know that okay,
Yes,
what
but
is borrowed and what is not. Yeah.
yeah, but so what functions can be parallel? So maybe we need more consideration. So maybe several functions they cannot be benefit.
So that is what I designed. I basically added in the document, right? So in my eyes, only most of the functions can be parallel, right? So because when we finally do changes in some particular resource, right, either it's in fork choice or in the caches that we have, right? So those can independently uh, be parallel, independently mutated. So only thing where this cannot happen and we need a multi-resource lock is when we are doing pruning, because when we get canonicality view from the fork choice, we don't want changes in other resources till we prune, because it changes everything. So that is the only point in my eyes that things basically, needs to be atomically locked across multiple resources, but otherwise things should be maximally parallel, and we should basically take advantage of this particular behavior of SIG. And in our mind also, we should be aware that, okay, things could be parallel. So if we need some snapshot, we should have snapshotting capabilities that, okay, we have taken snapshot, and for example, in serving request response, we should just take a quick fork choice snapshot and just release it and then independently serve it and not hold the mutex, any mutex over there, right? So this is what my thinking is, and it is sort of documented over there. And I have also seen that you have commented and asked Zclose to make some changes over there. So I'll again review the document and see where we are. So are you on board with that particular document? So can you also further review and add your comments on it?
Yes, um, but I think the most important one is uh, we should not if even though we need parallel, we should avoid in the Rust libp2p thread and libxev main thread. So these two threads.
So why do you think that we should avoid industry P2P thread? It is just a thread. Is it any different, or does it block
I
P2P?
think, yeah, so I think that thread is for the maybe the main thread for the Tokyo schedule. So maybe it's event loop thread. It need handle the multiple IO async functions. So
But P2P should already be multi-threaded, right? So I'm not sure whether it should give us on the multiple main Tokyo thread, because if it's giving, then we need to fix it on the P2P level so that we know that. My understanding is that it should not be doing it on multiple main Tokyo thread.
for
But
me,
again, I have very limited understanding of
so for
Rust
me,
parallelization
I
routines.
think we should avoid any heavy business logic in the IO thread. Oh, it's almost
But I mean, what I see in other clients is that they do all these things on the main thread, right? On the whatever is the uh, you know gossip, for example, whatever is the gossip serving thread. So they do those things on the gossip serving thread, or they are having this particular thing where they are just taking the objects and then pushing it in some other thread.
so that's
So can you, for example, take a look at Lighthouse, whether what we are saying is actually true, or they are just using that particular thread? My understanding is just a thread, right? So it should not stop P2P IO loop. But again, this is just a conjecture, needs to be verified.
yes, and beside the Rust libp in mind, because we use libxev, so that thread is also need non-blocking. If it's blocking, it will impact the next slot because you use the timer. I think that may be delayed next time.
So firing of the clock, I think it's not really. So you're saying that we should also not be doing it on libxev thread and then starting another threads to do actual processing.
Okay.
Okay, so Can you guys also basically look into, Anchal, Partha, can you also guys look into this execution model of libxcv and anything if you can make of Rustly P2P? Because
Sure.
maybe our fundamental assumptions are wrong, but it doesn't seem to be. But let's be more clear about that.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So let's do all these things that we have discussed. And again, the aim is to make Zeam as the most robust client out there. We are not there yet, but let's do it. Thank you, everyone. See you next week on 8th May. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
See you.
Thank you. Bye.